right, so now we're moving on to the next step. So you should have a kind of completed body or envelope of your balloon. And you're gonna have two openings, so on each end. And you're gonna wanna check to see if there are any holes that you need to patch. Right now we're gonna be making the top of our balloon. So usually you have one end that's smaller and one end that's bigger. If you do it right, they're close to the same. If they're the same size, then you'll want to just choose one end. If one side is smaller than the other, you're going to want to do the smaller end. You need a ruler, you're going to need a marker, you're going to need some glue, and you're going to need another sheet of tissue paper that matches your balloon. So you go to the small end and you're going to measure the gap. So I know that I need a piece of paper that has a diameter of at least 5 inches. So I would add about, I don't know, maybe 3 inches onto that. So about 8 inches. I'm going to take a sheet of tissue paper. For me, I'm going to make a circle. I just think it looks better than a square, but you don't have to make a square. But I need something that's at least 8 inches wide, which means the radius of this is going to be 4. And so if I put a dot in the middle, I'm going to do a mark at 4, a mark at 4, and all I'm doing is I'm making little marks at 4 inches all the way around. And it gives me kind of a rough circle, because it doesn't have to be perfect. So that when I measure it, it's 8 inches wide, right? So the diameter is 8 inches, the radius is 4. And so this should be big enough for me to cover my patch. I'm gonna get some scissors and I'm gonna cut this circle out. So we'll have a scrap pile. So carefully fold your pieces and we'll put them in the scrap pile or the patch pile. All right, you get that to the side. So now I have a patch that is about 8 inches wide. I'm gonna come to my balloon. So this is where I take my patch. I'm gonna glue all around the outside. I'm gonna get some glue. I'm gonna do a nice layer of glue all around the outside. Be careful, try not to get glue on your fingers, because it actually is easy to get on your fingers and then it creates problems. So nice, just on the outside. Okay, so now I take my balloon on the side that has the hole on it, and I'm gonna put the patch underneath that hole, and I'm gonna kind of fold it over, and I'm gonna press it down. So that when I'm done, I get a nice patch. It looks like this. You can also stick your arm on the inside and make sure that the edges are all nice and flat. You have to be sealed because you don't want the hot air to come out the top. And now we have a top patch of our balloon. There you go.